大家好，我是光启社的社长马萨阿基，欢迎您收看这一周的罗马主场 Rome Report。本周的新闻重点带您回顾教宗方济各在牧访泰国以及日本后，在回程的专机上召开记者会的内容。他向记者宣告，希望重返亚洲，并且也许会前往中国北京。另外还有教宗接见堂区细胞的福传团体，以及教会合一高峰会议，信仰之春再度于罗马举行。另外还有梵蒂冈博物馆举办的亚马逊母亲文物展。首先，我们来回顾教宗方济各在11月下旬牧访泰国以及日本之后，按照惯例都会在回程的飞机上举行记者会。这一次从日本返回意大利的航程途中，教宗在专机上举行记者会。他一共谈论到反对使用核能武器、关怀监狱中受刑人的尊严，以及主动提及梵蒂冈最近发生的财务丑闻是由内部审计员发现的。而总结这一趟牧访旅程，教宗向记者宣告，希望重返亚洲，并且也许会前往中国北京。
The Pope answered the journalists' questions on his trip home from Thailand and Japan. It was a long conference in which Pope Francis spoke about different topics. He bluntly restated the problems with weapons and nuclear energy by recalling his visit to Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Ho ribadito che l'uso delle armi nucleari è immorale. Questo deve andare al catechismo della Chiesa Cattolica. E non solo l'uso, anche il possesso. Ma un'opinione personale, non userei l'energia nucleare finché non ci sia una totale sicurezza dell'uso.
The Pope confessed he would like to write an encyclical on peace, but it's a project the next pontiff should face. He criticized the manufacturing and purchasing of weapons.
La cosa brutta è, e devo dirlo, la ipocrisia armamentista, no? Paesi cristiani, almeno di cultura cristiana, paesi europei, si dice ma Europa culta, che parlano di pace e vivono delle armi. E ipocrisia si chiama questo. Una nazione abbia il coraggio di dire io non posso parlare di pace perché la mia economia guadagna tanto con la fabbricazione delle armi, no?
Another issue the Pope couldn't ignore on peace and justice was the situation in prisons and those people inside.
Poi la pena di morte che è stata chiaramente detta che non è morale, non si può fare, no? In tante parti del mondo i carceri sono sovraffollati e un deposito di carne umana lì che invece di crescere con salute tante volte si corrompe di quello, no? Dobbiamo lottare contro la pena di morte lentamente.
The Holy Father was satisfied in a certain light with the recent financial scandals in the Vatican, which seemed to be a mishandling of funds. He explained this is because the corruption was discovered from within, thanks to control mechanisms that are obviously working.
Hanno fatto cose che non sembrano pulite, ma la denuncia non è venuta da fuori. Quella riforma della metodologia economica che aveva già incominciato Benedetto XVI è andata avanti, è stato il revisore dei conti interno a dire qui c'è una cosa brutta, qui c'è qualcosa che non funziona. È la prima volta che nel Vaticano Sì, la pentola viene scoperta, no? Da dentro, non da fuori.
Finally, Pope Francis spoke about the protests in Latin America. He was prudent, confessing he cannot do an in-depth analysis of the situation. However, he recalled that just as in any other conflict, dialogue must always prevail.
Cosa fa la Santa Sede con questo? Chiama al dialogo, alla pace, ma è in fiamme, come lei dice. E si deve cercare il dialogo e anche l'analisi. Ancora io non ho trovato un'analisi ben fatta sulla situazione in America Latina, no? E anche governi deboli, molto deboli, che non sono riusciti a mettere ordine e pace dentro, no? E per questo si fa questa situazione.
At the conclusion of his trip, the Pope assured journalists he would like to return to Asia. Perhaps this time he could travel to Beijing because he has a deep affection for China.
E questo fa bene.
教宗方济各最近接见一个叫做堂区细胞的福传团体成员，这一个基督徒团体主要的目标是让暮气沉沉的基督徒团体恢复信仰。很特别的是，这个创立30周年的团体，一开始的发起人是一位韩国的牧师，由创办的天主教神父佩里尼安排地方，让他带动教友们在堂区福传的朝气。
The Pope met with hundreds of people in the Paul VI Hall participating in a recent evangelization institution that's celebrating its 30th anniversary, the parish cells. It's a method designed to revive the faith of subdued Christian communities, especially in parishes. Its founder, Father Giorgio Perini, could not contain his emotion. He's 90 years old and has been a priest for 65 years.
Un gran piacere per me prendere la parola per porgerle il saluto della nostra realtà di nuova evangelizzazione.
The Pope thanked Father Perini for his years of dedication to this initiative. He highlighted how the cells of evangelization have helped people have personal encounters with Christ.
Le nostre parrocchie sono invasse da tante iniziative, dove spesso però non si incide in profondità nella vita delle persone. Anche a voi è affidato il compito di ravvivare, soprattutto in questo periodo, la vita delle nostre comunità parrocchiali.
The interesting part of this initiative is that it was not born from Catholics, but in the hands of a Korean pastor. Catholics learned from him, and Father Perini gave him a concrete place to start. He had created a method that covers various topics, from Eucharist adoration to the doctrinal and social formation of the laity.
继续来介绍一个天主教团体信仰之春基金会，从2005年开始，连续14年在罗马都会举行信仰之春高峰会议。它的创办是为了实现教宗若望保禄2世的愿景，也就是在这个世纪实现信仰复兴以及更广泛的普世教会合一。
Every year for 14 years, spring comes to Rome in the fall in the form of a summit hosted by Springtime of Faith. Its founder, Thomas Weitz, runs the event with the main mission of greater ecumenical collaboration.
Springtime of Faith Foundation was founded to give life to John Paul II's vision that the 21st century could be a period of spiritual renewal, greater ecumenical collaboration, a new springtime. We started by having our first ecumenical summit because of John Paul's Et Unum Sint encyclical. We decided to focus very much on advancing the cause of Christian unity.
He does this by inviting various speakers and Christian leaders to the meeting, such as the first violinist to play in the Sistine Chapel or a former papal chef and Swiss Guard. While he was inspired by John Paul II's encyclical, he said Pope Francis continues to pave the way toward ecumenism.
Pope Francis has made such an incredible positive contribution to ecumenism, and he has stressed this importance of friendship. He's also talked about the ecumenism of blood, that so many Christians of varying faith traditions are dying together all over the world facing persecution together. I've heard such beautiful stories of Catholic bishops and priests protecting the churches of their Protestant brothers and sisters, and vice versa when experiencing persecution.
Amidst the current global persecution of Christians, Thomas assures that God is always winning, even when situations seem hopeless. That's why he wrote a song specifically for Springtime of Faith called They May All Be One. It focuses on the idea of Christian unity found in the Gospel of John. All summit participants were able to sing it during the conference, praying for full ecumenical collaboration between all Christian churches.
教宗方济各最近也到罗马的明爱中心访问，教宗鼓励大家脆弱团结了我们都很脆弱，所以来寻求帮助意味着我很脆弱。一个人从自己的脆弱中出发，才能够帮助别人。
Hundreds of people awaited the Pope at the entrance to the Caritas Center in Rome. Upon arriving, Pope Francis stopped to greet this woman. Then he spent a moment in prayer inside the chapel. He toured the most important parts of the Caritas Center, which aids people in need in Rome. He stopped in this room where several people jumped at the opportunity to take selfies with the Pope.
Grazie a tutti voi dell'accoglienza. Sono contento di vedervi qui. Grazie tante. E continuate a essere insieme, aiutandoci uno e l'altro, perché questo fa bene al cuore. Quando il cuore si ferma non c'è vita, e il cuore dell'amicizia deve essere sempre in movimento, perché così c'è la vita.
As he walked to another section of the center, this missionary woman gave him letters from two girls. Then the Pope met with Caritas volunteers. In the audience hall, a group of children welcomed him with this gift, a copy of the Gospel of St. John, written in ancient Ethiopian. After listening to the volunteers' testimonies, the Pope joked.
Tocca a me.
Pope Francis was so moved by the work of the center, he deviated from his prepared speech.
La vulnerabilità ci accomuna a tutti. Tutti siamo vulnerabili. E per lavorare nella Caritas bisogna riconoscere quella parola, ma riconoscerla fatta carne nel cuore, no? Venire a chiedere aiuto e dire sono vulnerabili. E aiutare bene soltanto se fa dalla propria vulnerabilità.
The Pope gave the example of Jesus becoming vulnerable to the point that he had no place to be born. He became so vulnerable as to suffer persecution, to flee to another country, and to experience poverty. He also asked those present to include another word in their work.
Questa è la parola che io vorrei dirti, pazzia. Pazzia d'amore, pazzia di aiutare, pazzia di condividere la propria vulnerabilità con I vulnerabili.
Despite the cold, Pope Francis's smile filled the encounter with warmth. He even took the time to say goodbye to some of those present.
不知道您有没有玩过塔罗牌？我以前曾经玩过，大家或多或少一定都有经验过算命或者是看手相。最近教宗方济各在周三的公开接见讲解中途大事录时，他提醒在场的朝圣者们，巫术与信仰格格不入，天主揭示自己不会通过遮遮掩掩的方式。巫术的诱惑不仅影响信德不坚定的基督徒，也同样会影响热心的基督徒。
From the Pope Mobile, Pope Francis greeted many babies like this one, all bundled up to resist the cold. The temperature in the Eternal City is starting to drop. Then the Pope gave his catechesis on a reading from the Acts of the Apostles. He reflected on the stories recalling the relationship between the faith and the practice of magic in the early days of the Church.
Forse qualcuno di voi mi dirà, ah sì, questo della magia è una cosa antica, oggi con la civiltà cristiana questo non succede. Ma state attenti, Io vi domando, quanti di voi va a farsi il tarot? Quanti di voi vanno a farsi leggere le mani dalle indovinatrici, a tirare le carte? Anche oggi, nelle grandi città.
The Pope reminded those present that the temptation of magic affects not only Christians of little faith, but also devout Christians. He explained these practices are contrary to the faith because they damage a person's relationship with God. They show a person's lack of trust in His providence.
La magia es incompatible con la fe. Dios no se da a conocer a través de las prácticas ocultas, sino que se nos revela como amor gratuito. Quien elige a Cristo se abandona confiado en la mano de Dios.
The Pope recommended reading the book of the Acts of the Apostles attentively. He says some of the stories are real gems because they teach the spirit of evangelization of the Church's early days.
看完了这则新闻，希望各位也能够学习到把自己完全交托在天主的手里。我们继续来看非洲刚果天主教团体在罗马成立25周年的纪念活动，在将临期第一个主日，由教宗方济各为他们主持弥撒。教宗的讲道特别谈到消费主义的影响。教宗说，消费主义叫你相信生命完全取决于你拥有的物品，从而令你忘记天主亲自前来与你相遇，又令你忘记身边的人。
Pope Francis celebrated the first Sunday of Advent with the Congolese Catholic chaplaincy. The Congolese community in Rome marked its 25th anniversary at the altar of the chair in St. Peter's Basilica. During Mass, the Pope spoke of the negative effects consumerism has on society.
Il consumismo è un virus che intacca la fede alla radice, perché ti fa credere che la vita dipenda solo da quello che hai. E così ti dimentichi di Dio, che ti viene incontro e di chi ti sta accanto.
He also says people must remember that prayer and charity are the greatest gifts of this season.
A noi tocca smascherare l'inganno che si è felice se si hanno tante cose. Resistere alle luci abbaglianti dei consumi che brilleranno ovunque in questo mese e credere che la preghiera e la carità non sono tempo perso, ma la preghiera e la carità sono i tesori più grandi.
The Congolese showed their joy during Mass with this song and dance. Pope Francis ended by praying for peace in their homeland of the Democratic Republic of Congo, asking them to give up their weapons and practice forgiveness.
有一群来自法国的年轻信徒企业家在罗马举行会议，教宗方济各接见他们时，鼓励他们在商业中加入福音价值观，这是一种真实又不可取代的基督徒见证。教宗特别举10月举行的主教会议，强调在亚马逊地区推动皈依，尤其是生态皈依不能与灵性皈依分开，这必须人人回归到自己的良心和责任心为止。
Pope Francis met with young Catholic company directors and entrepreneurs from France in Rome for a conference on promoting Catholic social teaching in personal and professional lives. The Pope thanked and encouraged them, saying inserting evangelical values in business allow for genuine and irreplaceable Christian testimony.
Avete anche l'opportunità di riunirvi tra voi, di lavorare insieme, di fare proposte a tutti i livelli, di partecipare alle decisioni politiche. Si tratta, come ha evidenziato il recente sinodo sull'Amazzonia, di operare una conversione.
The Pope told them conversion's often slow, especially when it involves changing mindsets. Yet through concrete actions and determination, businessmen and women can transform the professional work field.
Infine, questa conversione ecologica non può essere separata dalla conversione spirituale, che ne è la condizione indispensabile. E ognuno è restituito alla sua coscienza e alla sua responsabilità.
Pope Francis explained this means appreciating the simple things in life instead of living for consumption. This ecological and spiritual conversion will help focus on the true vocation of being Christian business leaders and incorporating church social doctrine in daily life.
Benedicat vos omnipotens.
刚刚的新闻提到了主教会议的结论之一，要在亚马逊地区推动皈依。虽然会议已经结束了，但是为了纪念亚马逊推崇的价值，梵蒂冈博物馆最近举办了重要的展览《亚马逊母亲》。这一次展览巡回展出数百件的文物，我们一起来看看。
The Amazon Synod is over, but to commemorate the Amazon's values, the Vatican Museums have opened this great exhibit, Mater Amazonia. It's a tour of hundreds of objects, showing the richness of the land's past, the fear of its present, and the hope for its future.
Since there are works from those parts of Latin America in our ethnological collection, we found it important to show the attention we give to different cultures, civilizations, and cultural, religious, and spiritual sensibilities, in line with what Pope Francis teaches. There are hundreds of objects from the Amazon. There are objects from daily life, objects used in community houses, as well as objects used for hunting and fishing.
The most important piece is probably this crown of feathers belonging to the Tucano tribe from Colombia. It's been restored in the museums. There are also masks, ceramic vases, and musical instruments. In addition, this exhibit displays objects showing the enculturation of the gospel. They're made by indigenous people. They have Christian symbols. For example, this wood carving of the Assumption of the Blessed Mother.
We show a stole used by a priest at Mass. It contains Christian symbols made of bird feathers, tree bark, and fruit. They somehow show the gospel's ability to become part of every culture, including those in the Amazon. I'm most struck by a hammock used by a missionary priest from Consolata in the Amazon.
In addition to these pieces from 5 museums, the Vatican displayed the faces of missionary men and women who have given their lives to bring the Christian faith to those lands. They're the other protagonists of this great exhibit.
感谢您收看这一周的罗马主场 Rome Report。在节目的最后，我们一起来观赏 Oh My God 微笑福尔摩沙的精彩节目片段。我是光启社的社长马绍阿基，我们下周再会。在这边先祝福大家圣诞节平安喜乐。
如果我们要把我们的教友找回来，我们开始跟他们一样的为他们祈祷，然后我们就是开始拜访他们。
感谢主，老妈妈来了。
你好，你好。
昨天很好。
感谢。谢谢。昨天你去，你去参加真的不简单。
不简单，还好。
对。
还好，回来。
谢谢。每一个星期1次或是2次去拜访他们，他们就是信仰有，但是缺少一起来彼此的认识、彼此的合作、彼此的关心跟关怀。那我就是鼓励他们说，现在是新来的，我是人生地不熟，需要多认识你们，所以请你们来。我就是融入台湾的社会，台湾的很多的家庭。那我现在是主圣神父为服务这些家庭，我的家人，我跟我的新的家人在一起是一个爱的奉献。 我来，你们给我教导我语言，教导我很多的新的风俗习惯，让我跟你们成立一个很好的关系。那我觉得我愿意继续奉献我自己服侍你们。